Hi, and welcome to another of my World of Tanks videos. And this one is going to be about the special battle, because this is going to be my first Pools medal ever. And since it's going to be also part of the light tank series, I'm going to focus about light tank gameplay, decisions that I made that allowed me to get this awesome result. And so let's start first with a look at the map and the teams. So map is Karelia. Since the rework, I'm actually still not too certain to do what to do on the map, but playing the center rather cautiously seemed to work quite well for me. So that's what I'm going to do here. Also, if you look on the teams, I immediately noticed that there is just one scout. That's very good because it reduces the chance that there are multiple tanks spotting the center. Also, the enemy scout is a good player, means I have to keep an eye out for him, but he's probably not going to do anything really stupid that's going to get us both killed at the start. So let's have a look how the battle develops. And as I said at the start, I'm just cautiously driving to the center, so there is nothing particularly special going to happen. I'll just take a nice position rather carefully in those bushes. We'll have concealment in almost all directions and see what's going to happen. And for a moment, that's not much. So I slowly drive forward. Then the light gets spotted and immediately get into a safer spot. But that's very good because the 3090 is not on my flank. So I don't have to worry about him too much. He'll roam on the hill, but as long as I have concealment in that direction, I should be more or less safe from him. And there's not much else spotted except some tanks in the center. 3090 as expected, driving around on the hill. Some tanks on the left. So let's accelerate the game a bit until something happened. And now I realize not much seems to be going on in the center. So let's see if I can find something else. So I'm very cautiously driving forward, using as much cover as I can. Keep an eye out that I'm covered towards the hill. And still nothing interesting. So I'm trying to spot towards base. Still nothing. Now, one of my favorite moments in this battle. I really like this type of player. If you look in the chat, he died, so obviously all is lost now. And to be fair, he has a point. The bottom right corner seems pushed back quite a lot, but yeah, everything's lost. He's dead. No chance that anybody else might do something about it. Love this positive spirit. So I'm still wondering what to do. And still trying to figure out what's going on. But now it's interesting. Look at the tanks that are spotted. There are just 3 tanks missing and they're all tier 7s. So I come to the conclusion, maybe the base is empty. Find the challenger, who's immediately shooting at me. And now, of course, I could take on a challenger, but I would be way in the open. If you take a look on this plateau, it's open to fire from the hill, from all of those guys, so I definitely don't want to fight him here. So for the moment, I'm driving away from him, getting behind those guys. And now that's also crucial. I can now shoot the back of those enemy tanks, and that's important for 2 reasons. First, if you look at the southeast on the map, it's a bit small, unfortunately. But if you look at the southeast, it kind of looks like our team is under a lot of pressure, so we should do something on the other end of the map. And if I start to shoot those people on the back, even though I'm not doing that much damage, I draw their attention away, they start to look at me, and it's easier for the rest of my team up there to do something. And the challenger comes closer, so I drive away. Still dodging. Forget about it, about the IS. And get a nasty chunk, nasty hit from that. So I duck down, I've done enough confusion for the moment, but now the game changed. The Challenger just took a lot of damage. And that's good. That's very good. What does it mean? That means he's a one-shot for me now, so I can fast kill him without having to stop or deal with him for longer. Also, I have to be very careful at this moment. Look at the map. The enemy RT was sitting there. He probably has seen me coming and prepared an ambush, so will not fall for that. I'll immediately go around the corner, kill the Challenger, and drive around them. And if you look at the game situation, what I just had the feeling what could happen actually happened. If you look, our southeastern flank is completely annihilated. We're back 3-7. So it's about time that something happens and we get some more effect here. Somebody's shooting on me, probably from the hill. Now I'm driving past the RTs, not straight at the RTs. That forces them to turn their holes and makes dispersion for them absolutely brutal. So I can easily sneak off the 2 RT kills. Yeah, this guy's actually trying to hit me. But luckily, I can drive under his shell. Was a bit on the other side of the ridgeline there. And then I managed to secure the kill on the 112. And that's very important because that now gives the guys in the northwestern corner, so my allies, freedom to move. And it's now 6-7, so it doesn't look as bad anymore than just a moment ago. We lost another tank, one of our RTs, but I'm able to finish off the IS. And at this time it's only about getting guns out of the game, cleaning this part of the map so that we have freedom to move again. And now that's really good. Several of us immediately point out it's always more important to defend than to attack, unless you have a very good chance to cap and there is not much you can do about defending your base. So we all start to rush back. And that's nice team play. Happens not too often, but that's very nice. So we all get back into base while the enemy team starts to push more or less aggressively into our base. And we're going to take a full profit from that by punishing those guys who sit there out in the open. And also, what we don't know yet, my attack on the base actually brought several enemy tanks, but more caring about their base than our base. And that's good, because now only half or 2/3 of the remaining enemies attack our base, and the others are out of the combat, while we are all focusing on defending the base. Yeah, and that keeps us in the game at this moment, like for real. And you can see I'm just using my speed, my mobility, that after I exploited their base and killed everything there to get flanking shots on all these guys. Very good work by the Progetto, by the way. It was very crucial in this situation because he's keeping all those guys spotted. Yeah, now it actually looks for the first time in several minutes pretty nice. So what to do next? First, stay moving. You might have been spotted. And then let's try to figure out where the rest of the enemy team is. So again, I'm using through the center, trying to use as much cover as possible, and now that's a risky situation. On the bright side, I have still a lot of health, but there might be enemy tanks everywhere. I'm very concerned about the 3090 still sitting somewhere up there. Yeah, seems to be very empty. So I think I'm going to spot the hill when I'm getting spotted, and oh, there is a medium who is already aiming at me. So I go into this guy. As I said, luckily still have a lot of health, and there is support fire from the allies coming in. So nice circling. I do take a hit, but then I'm a nice, good covered spot behind this rock and take the time to take out this guy. I was pretty confident that no enemy would be able to shoot me behind the rock there. And now I'm doing actually my way up the hill. And I find a 30. By the way, something very interesting you might have missed there. When I drove up this ramp here, I basically drove up forward till I was about a bit further behind than this, and then I drove back. And that was just to wait for the 6 fence delay. So drove up, drive back, see if you got spotted, if not, drive up again. That's really, really important and will keep you alive in your light tanks. And now that I have spotted the 30, I know there's a lot of friendly tanks who can shoot him, so I don't even bother to push up there and eat a shell from him. and delay the move till he's down. And as you can see, I'm not the only one who made it up there. The spaghetti actually joined me as well. And that's really, really nice because now we can work together. And that will be very important in just a second. Because the 3090 obviously went completely to the north, was on the base defense, so the most dangerous player in the enemy team. And if he would have catched any of us alone, we probably would have been dead, because he could have clipped us. But we're 2 tanks, he is alone, so he buggers off. And what's very nice, the 53 TP actually made an aggressive push across the field and just slams him right into the face and gives me the chance to finish him off. Again, controlled shot. And now, game is won. Very nice. But I am at 9 kills. And ooh, that was lucky. That could have hurt a lot. But Trex eat the heat. Your fault firing the gold. They immediately ping the map to notify the team where he is. So I'm not playing entirely egoistic here. Still, of course, I want to get that kill. And there he is. And I got spotted there. So I am very concerned that he might actually be turning at me. I'm going to approach this corner very, very cautiously. Trying to bait him a bit, trying to get unspotted. And then our spaghetti just hits him twice and I can sneak off the kill. And that's the Pulse medal for you. Now, this battle had a few very crucial moments, and I'll briefly highlight them. And this is, I think, from my perspective, the first one. Most tanks are spotted. Unspotted from the enemy team are only tier 7s that I should be able to deal with in my light. And the bottom right, so the southeastern flank is under a lot of pressure from the enemy team, so it's about time to move. And at this point, I started to make a rather risky run for their base, but it is a controlled risk, since I pointed out there is not too much unspotted. And what is unspotted, unless they're all sitting in the same spot, I should be able to deal with. Then the second crucial moment is obviously when I could easily kill the Challenger and take out the arties. Just as shit hit the fan on the bottom right corner, and that flank from our side faltered. The third crucial moment was that after I was able to clean out their base, we were also able to get rid of those remaining enemy tanks on the northwestern flank in very short time. Not only even the scores, but also given us the desperate freedom to move again. And this has two effects. A, we have freedom to move and defend the base, and B, we can keep the enemy guessing if we're attacking their base or defending. So they kind of would have to gamble and go all in our base, or send some tanks back to defend ourselves. And the crucial decision here is that the majority of our team basically drove back to our base to defend while the enemy split up. And the very nice thing about this battle, well, I think it's really good for showing light gameplay, is that I always had the feeling that I had control of the situation. I could choose the engagements when I wanted to, delay them, get away, move into new positions, and about the only point where I lost it was here, when I run into this light in the middle of the swamp where you can't really drive that fast. But thanks to the team, I was able to solve that situation very quickly. So this battle overall felt a lot less intense than other battles, but gave one of the best results I've ever had. And to take a brief look at the result, you can see an ace, not surprisingly. Pascucci's medal for killing the arties, and my first ever Pulse medal. And what I really liked about the battle, I had to fire almost no gold, so I actually made a profit out of it at tier 9 without a premium account, even though it's just a small one, because wargaming and economy.